EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to showcase the finest young golfers from around the globe. From the home of the Ryder Cup in 2021, Whistling Straits, it's live first-round coverage of the season opening event, the Wisconsin Open. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. A number of folks in contention, including our leader. Always nice to get that first one out of the way, and that's going to be a good one to get this tournament started. What an exciting time, our featured golfer beginning the professional journey. The Korn Ferry Tour. It's a good time to bring in our friend Nota Begay III, 4 times a winner on the PGA Tour. He cut his teeth on this very circuit. Nota, what do you remember about that time? And I have a sneaking suspicion one round in particular is going to pop into your mind.
Well, Rich, it's a great memory for me. Shot the first 59 in the history of the Korn Ferry Tour, which is a huge positive memory in my mind. And what it did tell me in terms of my career and what it meant moving forward was the fact that you have to go out and you have to be aggressive. You have to make birdies and you have to shoot low scores. There's no laying up on the Korn Ferry Tour if you want to take that next big step to the big show.
That one just going to sneak on by. Safely in. It's a par here at the first, and he'll stay at even par. Frank, here at Whistling Straits, bold is beautiful, and this second hole is certainly bold.
That it is. Bold, and if you can hit a long one down the left side, that'll open up a good view to this green. But believe me, if you miss left or right, well, you're going to find the sand.
Another good tee shot for him to start the round as he gets another fairway here at the second. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And it's a long and slender hole, very challenging, and being on the right-hand side makes it even more so. We're looking at a blind second shot with that pot bunker just 35 yards short of the green, making it even more tough.
That's it. 2 solid shots right there, Frank.
Certainly taking advantage of this par 5, comfortably on for 2.
So after reaching this green in 2, this a sizable putt for an eagle. This a shade better than 50% on the make percentage. It's for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. Now to the first par 3 on this golf course. It's the third, about 188 yards.
Yeah, big green with lots of undulations, and it moves the ball from that right side towards the left, towards Lake Michigan. But club selection, important here.
Okay, that's going to end up right in the middle of the green. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Now this demands a classy touch. There's not a lot of movement in it, but it will be quick.
Will that stop? Yes, that was not easy down the slope, but that's pretty well done. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. Back here at Whistling Straits, we're on the fourth tee. It's a par 4, and it's a good one, Frank. 494 yards.
Very intimidating to the eye there. It sort of makes you hit it down the left side, but that's where you've got to be careful, because if you hit it down the left, it's going to kick further left and cause a lot of problems.
Just no chance to hold the fairway there, and it bounds into the thick stuff. So a second shot coming, Iona, from the heavy rough.
And we just didn't need to make this fourth hole at Whistling Straits any harder, but nonetheless, down the left-hand side we are, and that makes the second shot, well, it's a big ask to find the green.
Problems starting to worsen now. How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. This from about 10 feet. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll remain at 1 under par. Here at Whistling Straits, and they call this hole Snake. Frank, how do you avoid getting bitten by it?
Well, if you go left, there's water. If you go right, there's water. This hole is anything other than straight, so it suits its name. Somehow find the fairway. Best way to play this is treat it as a 3-shotter.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. From the fairway, Iona, this is second.
And it's a smart play to take it down the left-hand side here at the 5th hole, and most likely we're looking at 3 shots from here on in.
Okay, not particularly close, but a chance for the putter to do its thing. Now this for birdie.
Now, it would be tempting to leave this one short, You can worry so much about the break that you forget to hit it. Demands a firm stroke.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and he'll stay right where he is. Set to go now at the 6th. It's a pretty short par 4.
Yeah, slight dogleg to the right, but you can play it straight away. There's a series of bunkers down that left side, and then they really choke the fairway at about 320 yards. That's the beauty.
Iona, a second coming up.
And it's a short hole, the 6th here at Whistling Straits, the shortest on the front 9, in fact. To get to this back portion of the green, you have to carry plenty of trouble, but be particularly aware of that deep pot bunker that's nestled in the gremlin's ear.
Ooh, and that is going to wind up missing the target by a good margin, and that will be no bargain in there. That's going to leak out to the right and trickle away. Not the right read there. Okay, it's a bogey here at number 6. And he's going to fall out of red figures, back down to even par. Heading now to the picturesque par 3-7, 221 yards along Lake Michigan. Long green, making club selection absolutely crucial and putting a challenge. That's the danger of this back hole location. If you're not precise with your distance, you can run out of green in a hurry. This will test the skill set here. It's his second.
Well, it's tough to shake off that bogey at the previous hole, especially when you get a shot like that.
So he starts out, Frank, and he's probably thinking bogey, and now the unthinkable, triple bogey in play.
Yeah, it's happened so quickly too. Right now, it's a case of just for this little moment, forget everything, bear down.
Nope, good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. Okay, finished off there for double bogey. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. This one have enough going on for you? 506 yards, and it's a par 4 this 8th hole. Count them, There are more than 100 bunkers on this hole. So what you need to do is favor the left side, because if you don't, there is that steep drop off right into Lake Michigan, all those dunes, all those bunkers on the right. Focus. Focus. And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Frank, when we stop staring at Lake Michigan in the background, what should we be focusing on this shot?
Well, somehow you've got to thread a long iron in between the bunkers on the left and the bunkers on the right onto a very, very narrow green.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. I don't think he's going to fall in love with that one, Frank, but it won't hurt him.
No, but you'd expect from there to sort of get it within kicking distance. Now you've got to work.
Nicely judged, though it's 4-5 here at the par 3. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par. Well, this hole you have to be airtight, as they say, T2 green. And why do we say that? Because if you look ahead, about 100 yards short of the green, there's an enormous tree which could block your approach. So positioning off the tee is critical so that you have the right angle to this 9th hole as we close out the front side.
Good tee shot down the left side, and where the flag is cut, this is a great angle to have a go at it.
From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
And it is a tough par 4 to finish this front 9. Being in this section of the fairway has opened up the green nicely, but beware of 7 Mile Creek that snakes its way down the right-hand side.
A little disappointing from that range. I really thought you could hit one in there tight, but instead, once again, tough 2-putt now.
Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
Not a whole lot of movement in this one. It may come a little bit to the right. He's going to have to be cautious of the slope, though.
Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th, and that will make this a 3 over 39 on this front side. Starting off the backside with a 391-yard par 4 10th. Best to try and hug the left side of the fairway. You have to avoid the deep bunker on the right, which demands a 240-yard carry.
Now, it's in the first cut. There's always a little bit more grass around the ball that has to be factored in.
Now this, his second to the par 4 from just off the fairway. Ooh. And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10, and that's going to move him back to 4 over. 645-yard par 5 11th. They call this hole the sandbox, and hopefully, Frank, you're not picking up the shovel here.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. If you're reaching this par 5 and 2, then you don't belong on this planet. Good second shot, that last bounce. A little unlucky, but still that third shot sits up rather nicely into this par 5.
This one has a chance to be close.
A little short, little left, but inside 10 feet, so even I can't really criticize that.
This will slide a bit right. It's for birdie. Oh, man. Boy, it's been one of those days. You think the golf gods are against you. So that brushed in for par here at 11, and he'll remain at +4. Back to the action here at the 12th. It is a par 3, and Frank, a little bit of a breather, at least in terms of yardage.
Well, that's about it, because this green is one of the most undulating on the golf course. I doubt there's a flat spot on this green.
A little short-sided here, left of the green for his second. So that one, Frank, came out way too high.
Just goes to show what happens when you don't find these greens in regulation. Now, he's looking at 2 putts, maybe 3 from where he is.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. So a tough hole. It's in for bogey at 12. And he'll fall back now to 5 over par. Arriving here at the 402-yard par 4 13th. It's called Cliffhanger with good reason. The green hanging over the cliffs above Lake Michigan. Best to favor the left side of the fairway if possible. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. From the fairway nota, this is second.
105 all the way to the hole. Coming off a bogey on the previous hole. Got to get it back here. Sand wedge here. Coming in just right of the hole, but looks good.
Good approach shot. Birdie putt coming up. Approach shot just a little right, little short.
14 feet to the hole. Oh no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he's going to stay at +5. Moving now to the 14th, 396-yard par 4, dogleg left. Cutting the corner is a big risk due to a big fairway bunker. Now to the par 4 14th, it is a dogleg left, about 396 yards.
Yeah, it really narrows up around that 300-yard mark. So this is another hole, really, where you don't need a driver. But somehow you've got to get that ball in the fairway. Remember, 250 yards only leaves 145 in.
Second shot forthcoming from the left side of this fairway. Oh, this could be good.
PGA Tour, Korn Ferry Tour, I don't care. That is a great shot.
5 feet now for birdie. Now, that's how you play this 14th hole. That's in for birdie. Frank, lots of sand and beach in view here at the 15th.
Yeah, this starts a tremendous 4-hole run to the clubhouse. And this is going to require your best tee shot. Maybe a little fade off the tee would keep it away from those bunkers on the left and set up that second shot.
Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. And that is not the spot to be.
I didn't realize this hole was this long. Long, short, here we go again. Now, this would be an unbelievable putt if you can make this putt.
This is a 28-footer. Yes, Will, red there. That is in for par here at 15. And he'll remain right where he is. Well, you're licking your chops here at the 16th. It's only 568 yards, this par 5, clearly reachable in 2. But you can also let this hole get away from you because of all those dunes and bunkers that can become a real headache if you're off target.
Excellent.
That is going to be tough in there. That is into the heavy stuff.
Just gave that way too much.
A birdie putt now at 16.
Yeah, and over a putt like this, you've really got to trust the fact you've banked the practice, you trust the process, and certainly trust the line.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. The 17th now at Whistling Straits, and if you have a club that travels 250 yards on a good line, bust it out now.
That's what you're going to need, Dan, and you're going to need to hit that smack bang out of the middle of the club and leave nothing behind.
Ooh, and that went straight down. That's going to be tough from there. Gonna need to chop this one out. A second to the par 3.
And just when I thought the momentum was going in the right direction after that birdie, please don't give it back straight away.
I don't think he's going to fall in love with that one, Frank, but it won't hurt him.
No, but you'd expect from there to sort of get it within kicking distance. Now you've got to work.
This hole really taking its toll now. Okay, that one finished off for a 5 here at the par 3. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. The final hole, the 18th, and the clubhouse in the distance. Frank, it's looking like home sweet home, isn't it?
Well, if you can hit the fairway here, that's one thing, but it still leaves an enormously long second shot. It's so hard to bounce back after a huge score, especially when you're still reeling from it. But try and pull the screws back in the head there. Just take a little breath, maybe 2, Decent swing, don't try and kill it. Exactly like that. Really good shot.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
It's 37 yards to the hole.
Had to take the boxing gloves off on that one. No touch whatsoever, and this is a long, long putt coming back.
Step this one off at 30 feet. Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that's going to drop him back down to 6 over. For the golfer we had our eye on, no other way to say it, Frank, just not a real good day out there.
It could